An interesting one because the weaker team in a lot of people's eyes going on the road on a Thursday night, Tulsa at Houston is what I'm talking about. However, it's not a short week for the Hurricanes. They had an off week, so you got to kind of play that into the handicap because the market, obviously, like in Houston, high-powered offense, you can kind of see that coming. We got 68.5 the total. Kelly, do you want to start us off with this Thursday action? Any opinion on betting it from a side or totals perspective?
You know, I haven't made a big case for Tulsa, but you're right. I'm going to agree with the early bettors. I kind of lean that direction. I do think that they do have the better defense in this one, but you're right. Going to hostile territory on a Thursday night, Houston is always a fun place to play. No more Tom Herman. So I haven't really been backing this Houston team ever since. They are 2-2 against the spread this year. So I haven't had them really on my radar. This Tulsa team, though, I was impressed with a couple of weeks ago versus Texas. And since then, they haven't really done a whole lot. They ended up losing to Arkansas State, which, as you and I talk about all the time, best team in the Sun Belt. And then they lost to one of Jeff's favorite teams, Temple. But I think the 18 is rather intriguing. I think it's right on the number. But if I need some action on Thursday night, I'll definitely be firing on the Golden Hurricanes.
Okay, liking the points with the Hurricanes. Jeff, what about you, this Thursday night affair? You involved at all?
Yeah, I'm looking towards the favorite, frankly. I think the line's a bit too low. I would put it like 20.5. I thought the line was kind of low, frankly. I mean, you look at Memphis. I mean, against what would the Memphis line in this game be? I feel like these offenses are pretty similar, and you look at Houston. I don't think we quite understand how good this offense has been. I mean, they're 3-1, and you look at who they've beaten. I mean, they've beaten a Big 12 team. They've beaten a Pac-12. I'm sorry, they lost to a Big 12 team, but they were able to move the football, scored 49 points in that game, beat Arizona as well, a Pac-12 team. I think their offense is really good, and I'm not really sure Tulsa can slow it down. Tulsa's given up over 190 yards in 3 of their 4 games on the ground. You look at De'Aaron King in this run game, you'd have to expect they're going to keep the ball on the ground, and I think Tulsa has trouble keeping up with them. This Tulsa offense is not what they once were. Dane Evans is not walking through the door of this team. Keenan Evans is not a receiver there anymore. Or Keenan Lucas is not a receiver there anymore. I just think they're a team that struggles to find any consistency at quarterback. Whether it's Luke Skipper or Chad Present, there just hasn't been any consistency there. I think they go on the road, and I think they have some trouble in this game. Houston's a team that will not stop scoring. I mean, Texas is a great team, and they're obviously a high-level football team, but as a favorite, they're not exactly the most high-powered offense either. Houston is. I'd be more inclined to lay the points as opposed to take.
It is a tough one in that perspective because the Tulsa quarterback level has really dropped off in recent years, big man. You just mentioned it. I mean, the president kid, he's not very good. And now are they mostly playing Skipper?
Yeah, I haven't even really seen President. Skipper basically is, he's got about 58% completions. He's thrown 6 interceptions and only 4 touchdowns. This offense just isn't very dynamic right now. They don't have a ton of talent on the outside. They haven't really been able to run the ball too much either. They have picked it up a little bit lately, but that's normally all they do. They don't throw the ball at all. They haven't thrown for over 200 yards yet this year. So, yeah, I have a concern about this game. Can they stay in a shootout? I'm just not very sure. I thought this number would be 20.5, honestly, but I'll take a little value here.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now, we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.